So welcome to Jumbo IS and welcome to our lecture series called Daily MCQ Practice. In this lecture series, we cover a particular day's current affairs through a set of 4 to 5 MCQs. The purpose of this lecture series is to inculcate this habit of practicing MCQs on a daily basis in you. Because this would not only help you to revise your current affairs, but it would also give you the much needed MCQ practice which would come in really handy whenever you appear for prelims examination, whenever. So it's a good habit to have. And therefore, you need to follow this lecture series consistently, regularly, and make it a part of your daily routine. All right? Okay then. Let's begin today's session with question number 1. Consider the following statements regarding energy storage infrastructure in India. India has the potential of 176 gigawatt in terms of pumped storage hydropower capacity. Battery energy storage systems and pump storage are important to balance the intermittency issues of renewables in power grid. Globally, pumped storage accounts for over 90% of the installed capacity in energy storage. Look, the entire world is shifting towards solar and wind, right? But the problem with solar and wind is intermittency, which is that when the sun is shining bright and high in the sky, well, solar energy would be produced. But when it's cloudy or when it's night time, well, solar energy won't be produced. So solar energy is intermittent. It is not 24/7. Okay. Now to solve for this intermittency, what experts have proposed is that when sun is shining and solar energy is produced, whatever is consumed, you consume it, and whatever is surplus, you store it. Okay, you store it somewhere. Whenever solar power plant goes silent because it is night time or it's cloudy, then use the stored energy in your power grid to provide electricity. Right? So energy storage would solve for intermittency problem of renewable energy. Right? Now there are two ways of energy storage. One is called you store the energy in batteries, battery energy storage system. The other is pumped storage, hydropower. So in pumped storage, what you do is you use surplus solar energy to pump water at a higher place. When solar power plant goes silent, you use this water placed at in a higher place. You drop that water to run turbines using gravity, and that would produce electricity. Right? This is known as storing energy by pumping water at a higher elevation, pumped storage. Now, India has the potential of 176 gigawatts in terms of pumped storage, absolutely correct, and India should use it. Battery energy storage system and pump storage are important to balance intermittency issues of renewables in power grid. I just told you that, so this is also correct. Currently, the world prefers pumped storage over battery storage, and the reason for that is, well, batteries are expensive to make. Plus, globally, the battery manufacturing capacity is mostly with China, and world doesn't want to depend on China. That is why for storage, well, people are using pumped storage also. In fact, 90% of the current storage capacity uses pumped storage. So this is also correct. All three statements are correct. The answer is C. Question number 2. Which of the following statements are correct regarding Indus Waters Treaty? Article 9 of the treaty, which deals with grievance redressal, does not allow for any third-party arbitration between India and Pakistan. Annual water flow in western rivers is around 4 times that of eastern rivers. As per the treaty, India is not allowed access to western rivers for agricultural and irrigation use. Now hear me out. As per the Indus Waters Treaty, well, if there is a river water dispute between India and Pakistan, well, it follows a 3-level mechanism. First, the dispute would go to Indus commissioners of both India and Pakistan. If it is not resolved there, then it would go to a neutral expert appointed by World Bank. If it is not resolved there, then the matter would go to International Court of Arbitration in Hague, Netherlands. Okay, this is the 3-level system, which is mentioned in Article 9 of the treaty. Now, It does not allow for third-party arbitration. Absolutely not. This neutral expert will be appointed by World Bank, and International Court of Arbitration is a third party. So this statement is false. Second statement is absolutely correct. Okay, as far as annual water flow is concerned, well, the water that flows in Jhelum, Chenab and Indus is 4 times that of eastern rivers, which are Ravi, Beas and Satluj. So second statement is correct. Now, India has been given some rights over western rivers, Jhelum, Chenab, Indus, okay, and that is domestic use. You can use water for domestic purposes, for agriculture, okay, for run of the river hydro projects. Okay, so these things are allowed. So India is not allowed access for agriculture. Absolutely incorrect. Okay, so the correct answer is only to B. Question 3. Which of the following is our correct regarding Bharat Forecast System? It is India's first indigenously built weather model developed by Indian Institute of Tropical Meteorology. It offers a spatial resolution of 12 km by 12 km, making it the first weather model with such high resolution. Before BFS, India operated coupled forecasting system developed under Monsoon Mission project. So yes, India is going to, or Indian Meteorological Department is going to adopt a better weather forecasting model called Bharat Forecast System very soon. This Bharat Forecast System is completely made in India by Indian Institute of Tropical Meteorology, Pune. So this is correct. Okay. Now, before Bharat Forecast System, India used coupled forecast system, which was preliminarily designed by USA, but then it was modified for Indian needs by India. So India used coupled forecasting system. The problem with coupled forecasting system was that it provided weather prediction across this area, which is a large area. Okay, it did not provide granular picture. At a very narrow level, it was difficult to make predictions for IMD because CFS used 12 km by 12 km, whereas BFS uses 6 km by 6 km resolution. So it is better, right? So second statement is false because 12 km by 12 km is not for BFS, it is for CFS. BFS uses 6 by 6, okay? Before BFS, India operated this CFS, which was developed under Mission Monsoon. Yes, absolutely correct. So 1 and 3, C. And last but definitely not the least, consider the following statements regarding World Economic Outlook. It is a comprehensive report published twice a year by World Bank, generally in April and October. As per the latest WEO report, India is the only country expected to clock over 6% growth in the next 2 years and overtake Germany. Currently, India is the 4th largest economy. So, you must have heard about this news, okay? World Economic Outlook is a report released by IMF, not World Bank. So, first statement is false. It is definitely released twice every year on April and October. So, first statement is false. As per this report, World Economic Outlook, well, India is the only country expected to overtake Germany in 2 to 3 years because it is the only major economy to grow by 6%. Fastest growing economy, fastest growing major economy. So this is correct. As per the recent report, India is currently the 4th largest economy with $4.3 trillion. It has overtaken Japan recently. So this is also correct. The correct answer is 2 and 3, B. And with that, we conclude today's session. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. And I'm sure it has added value to your preparation. But it would add more value if you revise this lecture as well. And by revision, I mean spending another 5 to 10 minutes taking a look at written detailed solutions to each and every MCQ discussed above. These solutions are provided in our notes, and these notes are shared on our Telegram platform. The link to our Telegram channel is provided in the comment section just below this video. On that note, I'll be signing off with the promise of seeing you again with another set of MCQs. Thank you, everyone.